Welcome back. Today, while we wait for our titanium to slowly cook, we are going to do something different. Instead of rushing progression, we are going all the way back to the beginning and check all the uncompleted tasks. Starting from brewing ourselves a nice cup of hot tea, making some blueberry smoothies, or doing some weird crossbreeding to turn an oak 3 into an apple 3. And after enough messing with edible stuff and plants, we make a shield, a spear and a better shield, which we leave in a chest never to be seen again. We run far away from that chest, and bury our plow into some quicksands, and that was for the next quest. And that was about all of what was on our adventure, a welcoming Hunters Guild quest board for F-rank new Isekai adventurers. And now that we got the green seal of approval and promoted to E-tier rank, we can move on to the next board of quests. So time to get to work. And with that, we have not only completed Stone Age, but also the Steam Age. Now I think it is a good time to move on to the more hidden boards, where we will find quests that do actually look like quests. And our first real quest shall be to hunt a giant snake. To find one, we follow a map that some weird vendor trades us for some paper. And then we quickly do the snake cleaning. Once that's done, we move on to our next target, an old Skeleton. He hides inside this tower, but we are going to visit him from a door that he did not expect. But he wasn't unprepared, and he also seems to be immune to our vanadium-tipped carbon crossbow, you know, the drill. After a long fight, he thought he killed us, but since we have some weird hidden Isekai unexpected bullshit skill called plot armor, we are coming back into time at a point where we were still alive. We also have the hidden appraisal skill, which will allow us to find the hidden weakness of that boss, thus allowing us to remove its shield. And once he's unprotected, we can one-shoot him with our super crossbow. The next boss is hidden inside a labyrinth, and the entrance has even been filled by a 3. After getting rid of the gigantic reed that grew there, we make ourselves a road to the labyrinth. After getting lost multiple times, we managed to find the Minotaur, which lies in the center. And he didn't look too happy to meet us. Next, after digging our way out of the labyrinth, following our map, we take a quick flight to the nest of an Hydra. We needed one of its heads as a key to place on a magic pedestal that would otherwise keep a barrier to prevent us from entering the next dungeon. Here we won't be facing a single boss, but 6 at once. The next one in line is Yorgast, which we send back to her mum, who was taken by the Alpha Yeti. And he made her play the role of Snow Queen, who flies on a cloud inside her castle. But our jetpack can fly even higher, so that the ice cloud won't work as a shield anymore. Next we faced a familiar looking giant who lives on a cloud. And he dropped us a giant pickaxe. What could we use that thing for? Of course, to mine giant obsidian. Apparently, cobblestone pickaxes can mine obsidian when everything becomes bigger. And inside that obsidian hull, we found a magic lamp that maybe will allow us to express some wishes. Never mind, it was just an old piece of garbage full of burning cinders. After that, we may go visit the castle that lies close to the thorns we just accidentally set on fire, but we find nothing interesting there. Since this palace place left us with nothing to do, we shall instead jump into a different portal that will bring us to fight a dragon. After an intensive chasing, we managed to chop him down and get its heart. And also a lot of its crystallized blood. Anyways, all of that fighting left us with some hunger, so it's time to retire in our new little shack, where the real Shokushiki will start. But, before starting, we shall acquire some cooking knowledge by cooking ourselves a book. Then we shall start a long journey to gather the finest ingredients from some weird far lands. After walking deserts, flying through the sky, passing oceans and many more adventures, we finally found the field where edible flowers lie. Finally, we set up a fish farm and go back to the soy field to gather all the missing ingredients. And with that, it is time for the real battle to begin. And, after a long and intensive fight on beets of sugar and salt, we managed to surpass Gordon's trial and get the highest reward, a healing axe. This item will slowly refill our hunger when in our hands, or deplete it if we click on mobs. You wonder what's the use for that? Well, it can help us dig in this compressed chest of foods we never tasted. Eat a dark soup. However, eating all that food made us thirsty. Thirsty for adventures. So we flew to an abandoned castle, where the legendary bee brewing stand stands. Then we flew all the way to an unknown village, the only place where some rare exotic fruits can be found. And with that we can go back to our improved kitchen, where we can brew some refreshing hot sauce. Well, maybe not so chilly. Maybe we can make it even slightly hotter. And I think that might be too much pepper. Now that our belly is full for an unspeakable amount of time and our health turned pink, we can go back to the quest board. All those quests gave us a lot of money, which we can use to buy more parts for the future base. And we also got quite a lot of loot bags. We shall open the most rewarding ones. And, in all of that time, our EBF stocked up enough resources that we can finally start planning our next base. But I think that's for the next episode. Bye bye.